This episode was decent. It was good. It wasn't bad, but I fucks with how Ava finds out that she's a clone and seeing how she's set apart from all the clones and all this type stuff. And then it's probably like they making up again. And then you have Kuasa in that situation, uh, and she's dead. So, good episode, but Barack Obama though.
All right, finally got to watch this episode of Legends of Tomorrow, and I really enjoyed it. Probably one of the best of the season. I'm gonna make this a two-part reaction as well because I just have a lot of stuff to talk about. So first of all, Sara and Ava were really good in this episode. They were my favorite characters of the episode, and it was really cool seeing all the different versions of Ava, like with her being a clone. And I'm really excited to see if they deal with that in the next episode with Rip. Okay, reaction part 2. So my other favorite part of the episode was the Mick and Zari storyline. Yeah, this part was just really funny and I liked it. Also, Gary is just hilarious in this episode. He's probably one of my favorite characters of the season. I love him. Also, the Nate, Wally, and Kuasa storyline was really good. Sadly, we lost Kuasa in this episode. Malice killed her. But now somebody else is going to get the water totem, which is really cool.
On this episode of DC's Legends of Tomorrow, this episode basically was like a mix between iRobot, like the movie from Will Smith, and Star Wars, the Clone Wars, because Ava basically was a clone. Seeing all those clones was like, well, I feel like I'm in Star Wars now, and Damien Dark acting all weird.
Really? This whole time, the bitch been a part of the ASA. And then we got Jennifer displaying her powers. She's living fucking lightning. But I'm still pissed about, like, why?
This is the best episode of Black Lightning so far. The fight scene with Jefferson and Nyssa was absolutely amazing. Probably the best fight scene we've seen on the show. Yeah, it was great. Also, we got to see Jennifer use her powers some more, which was just really awesome. Her powers are really cool. Also, the vice principal of the school is evil, which I did not see coming at all. And yeah, it was a great episode. 2-Bit was hilarious.
This was the greatest episode of Black Lightning I've seen. The fight scene with Black Lightning and Thunder was awesome. And I feel bad for Gambi. And Jennifer is like a living lightning generator. And that ending, though, with this vice principal, like, I didn't see that coming. And 2-Bit was funny as hell. But one thing, though, Rent, Car Note, Electric, it was funny.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's DJ, my bro, Jamai. What's good? Hey, those Bannermeers.
Kind of cool.
Bringing our Justice Clubhouse podcast, season 3, episode 14, and we're starting the week off with Legends of Tomorrow. This episode is titled, I, Ava. Roll the clip. This week on Legends of Tomorrow, Sara, Ray, and Gary set out to find Ava, who's been missing from the Time Bureau. With Amaya in charge, she has Zari train Mick on how to control the fire totem. She becomes frustrated when Mick doesn't take the training seriously. When Mari's heard due to her being a vigilante without the totem, Nate goes to check on her with Wally. While talking to Marie's father, they spot Kuasa. She reveals that she is there to protect Marie from the Darks. Nate and Wally find themselves working with Kuasa to get the totem back from the Darks. The Darks turn over the totem, but Kuasa leaves Nate to be killed by them. Not wanting Malice to take over Nora, Damien confides in Nate. Sara, Ray, and Gary find clues in Ava's apartment, leading them to Fresno, California, where her parents live. They find out they're actors, and the trio proceed to find Ava back at the Time Bureau. She lies about going to her parents' house, so Sara steals her time carrier. Sara, Ray, and Gary travel to 2213 Vancouver and find it filled with clones of Ava. They arrive at a lab and realize that Ava is a clone as well. Ava finds them there, and after fainting, she is let in on what is going on. They fight the clones and escape. Kuasa helps Amaya and Wally save Nate, who's nearly killed by Nora, who's been controlled by Malice. Kuasa is killed after trying to reach out to Nora. Wally whisks Nate and Amaya away after they are overpowered by Malice. Zari and Mick finally take the time to know each other when the connection from the totem alerts them of Kuasa's death. Sara tells Ava that Rip was the one who deleted the files of her. After talking with Nate and blaming herself for Kuasa's death, Amaya takes a jump ship to change her future. Now back to the Justice Clubhouse podcast. One sentence.
It just slipped, dude. I don't know, dude. You could do it.
I was gonna say what Mick said. He's like, just do whatever to me. Put me down. Dude, this episode was amazing. It's just it was a lot more toned down than the rest usually. This was a little bit more drama based, I guess, with the whole Sara wanting to take time off because she dumped. That's the only thing that bothered me, I guess, about this show, which has never really bothered me about. Actually, this is the one that we don't complain about at all, really.
Yeah.
Like, why do heroes feel like they always need to cut ties with everybody? Like, right when the time is like,
I don't know. It's like through all those hardships, like that's the only easy way out.
it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, she's saying, like, we're so close to stopping Malice. We're so close to. Did you not see that your friends brought you back from like the worst place, and then they're willing to do the same thing again, but you decide to leave? Don't you think leaving and being out there alone will make you more vulnerable to being taken over again? It doesn't make sense. Like, just stay with people. There's strength in numbers. I just never understood like that hero logic to just
that's just
cut
like,
everybody off.
Yeah, I guess that's where it shows their emotion. That's the only way they can portray their emotion, by doing something stupid like that.
Yeah, it's wrong. Barry did that in the second season of Flash, and look what happened.
Yeah, because it's easy.
It's easy, and it's coward. It's cowardice.
Well, I guess they have too much on their plate, and for something like that, it's pretty easy to cut ties with someone, especially through all those hardships. Maybe they kind of need that little easy way out for even just one little situation.
I'm sorry, if I was on that ship, I'd be like, "You a punk? Walk off the ship. You're a punk. Hit me. You're a punk." I'm sorry, because if I had said that, right, and then like if I was just gonna say I'm gonna leave the ship, right, just because personal time, and then someone's like, "No, just stay. It's better here." I'll be like, "Okay, I'll stay here then." It'd be like that for me to stay, because But other than that, this episode was pretty awesome because they all had like their own different storylines. We get to see Wally use his absolutely overpowered abilities here. Like, yeah, he's not as fast as Barry, and even Nate was like, second fastest alive. He's like, she didn't know that. But seeing him just absolutely wreck Kuasa was sick.
That was pretty dope.
Because he never gets to, he usually makes like dumb mistakes, but here like his speed actually helps them, and it makes sense with them having to travel all over the place.
That goes to show like the difference in power on these shows.
Yeah.
It's like the Flash is like up here, Legends is like close behind it, but it seems like they can't
match him.
They can't match a speedster.
The thing is, they have like this intuitiveness that Barry kind of lacks at times. Like the thing is, he's overpowered, but he's kind of naive when he uses it. Because sometimes when he needs to use it, he doesn't use it. They don't have the abilities that he has, but they they make their own messes, but most times they actually like do work. Like they can work without their abilities a lot. But yeah, Wally was pretty cool here. And sorry, but getting back to that, it's like, yeah, Kara just outmatches like every single one.
Yeah, that's what I totally forgot to say that. Yeah.
But Barry's really actually he's a lot closer now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I think it goes like in terms of power.
Yeah.
Supergirl, Flash, Legends, Black Lightning, because he's got pretty insane powers.
Insane. Yeah. He might be up right where Barry's at. He just can't move as fast.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why he's like in between. Like him and Legends, in terms of powers, they're probably like equal. And then
because he hasn't fought anybody that could take him.
You got the little guy Arrow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. They're like street level.
It's sad, but it's true.
It is true. No hate. I appreciate.
Yeah. And the most powerful being there, like absolutely in the whole DC universe, if he wasn't so underused and sometimes nerfed, is John. Honestly.
Yeah.
He really is. He has the most abilities. He could literally kill anybody at the snap of his fingers if he wanted to. But
there's too much goodness inside of him. Too much positivity.
But getting back to this, sorry, I started that tangent.
No, I started.
We kind of went back and forth because we're going off of Wally and his powers. And it's okay. But yeah, Mick and Zari, it was very interesting to see them work together to help him hone his powers because he's just using it to cook.
That's a cool way to like blend the characters. Like,
Yeah.
blend the characters. Bond.
Yeah, Bond the character.
Blend the characters
them.
into one. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You
Yeah.
know, that we get to see kind of opposites.
Yeah.
Like
she's fasting. She's getting pissed off because she is fasting, and then Mick is there grilling hot dogs and making sandwiches and stuff like that. Just using his powers for absolutely no important thing.
Maybe you're the dummy. I said it in Kevin the Office voice. Maybe you're the dummy.
And he was like, "If you ate something, you wouldn't be such a bitch."
Yeah.
And she's like, "What'd you just say?" Just freaking
that camera zoom
force
was
choke.
amazing.
It's like,
Yeah, it's like I forgot what
like
it's
those
called.
horror movie
I
things.
read it somewhere. It's like it's a weird pan zoom.
Yeah. It's like one of those things too, like in those old school like comedies with like the kid, he did something wrong and it would just be like,
I want to do those types of quality.
It's they do like very like good callbacks to things that like we used to see on TV and movies and stuff like that. But yeah, here and then we have this storyline with Kuasa and her trying to like do the right thing, but at the same time looking out for. Honestly, at first I was like, she's kind of a scumbag because she left Nate to be like die at the hands of the Darks, but then she really just tried to get that totem back to her grandma so that way it ensured their legacy. She didn't make the wrong choice, I think. Yeah, it's kind of messed up that she left Nate, but
she died.
Yeah, that was sad. I actually felt bad for her.
It's like one of those like, yeah, she even said it. It's family over anything else.
She did redeem herself. She did, even though her grandma was like, "You're unredeemable," and I was like, "Oh, dang, that's cold.
You're beyond redemption." That's pretty sad to hear.
Yeah,
that's depressing to hear.
It's like you're a disappointment.
Yeah,
and then she goes ahead and dies, and then Amaya's just
whoops. Like, oh. I didn't mean that.
Like during that scene, I was saying, I was like, "Was it worth it?
Yeah,
was it worth it?" Yeah, I mean, the love between Nate and Amaya is great, but the thing is, they're gonna have to realize that it's gonna have a lot of consequences. Yeah, it's gonna have it. No matter how hard they try, whether they proceed to be with each other or not, either side is losing.
Something's gonna happen. Yeah,
it's inevitable.
She even said, "Yeah, it's inevitable. Like, no matter what path you take, it's still gonna end up."
Poopy.
Yeah, either poopy or just it's gonna end up the same way. Even Will said it on the TV show. No matter what trajectory of history or the path you take,
time wants to happen.
Yeah,
time wants to happen. And we had like we mentioned a whole iRobot thing with Ava. She's like a clone of the perfect human.
That's a funny. Cool storyline. Yeah,
20. They went to
2213.
Okay, 2213. That was very far into the future. And then Sarah's like, "You're not like the other clones" and stuff like that. And then they ended up doing this badass fight.
I'm a real boy.
that was awesome because like you have Gary throwing no punches, you got Ray just bodying everybody.
Gary, he's an amazing addition to the show.
Yeah, he really is.
Like he's definitely played a bigger part than I expected.
Yeah, he's so funny too. Like he's like, "Oh, Sarah,
yeah,
where are you?" He's like, "I didn't want to walk in on you and Ava. You're not doing stuff." He's very funny. He's like a little perverted and just like his
all around funny.
Yeah, his timing is perfect.
And for anyone else, honestly, if they said the lines that he said, it would kind of be cringy. But like you said, the way he pulls it off, his punchlines are amazing.
And yeah, it was cool to see him go off with Ray, Ava, and Sara on that adventure to find out. I thought Ava was like, it was going to be a much more bigger reveal, but she just turned out to be a clone. And Sarah's okay with that.
What if, we'll I guess there's nothing more to it other than she's a clone.
Maybe
I was thinking that maybe she is the person that they took as a clone, but I just remembered that they said it's an amalgamation of different parts and pieces. From people.
That's crazy.
That kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's sad, but at least she broke away from it. You know, she's her own. She's a real girl.
Yeah, it's like you said, iRobot.
Yeah,
that's crazy. The one, what's his name? Sam.
Yeah,
the one that kind of went rogue, or
is his name Sam?
Yeah, I don't know.
The cool one.
Yeah.
And then Dark, he was so funny in this episode. Like, he literally just like dropped a bomb at everyone, or on Nate at least before he killed him. He was just like, you know, I just wanted to bring my daughter back. I didn't want to bring this like evil entity back. And he's like, oh, they like bond. It was weird. They bonded. It's like the opposite of what Ray went through. He tortured the crap out of Ray, and then when he saw Nate, they were like faking like hurting him. He's like, oh, try this. But
then they got caught.
That was funny as fudge.
Yeah.
The dynamic, I don't care what you guys say, Dark has just gotten better over time. Like, yeah, he was pretty menacing on Arrow, but like he's become like the classic villain. Yeah, exactly. Like he is what growing up I was like, I want to see a villain like that on a TV show where he's just kind of aloof and it's kind of psycho at the same time.
He could be menacing when he wants, but then he could also be
humorous. Like he has the funniest sense of humor on the show of all the villains that we've seen, and he's pretty overpowered too. So he could, you know, it's cool to see him switch gears from time to time. Is that pretty much all that we saw? And it was cool, like how the connections of the totem, like they feel it. Like it's sad, I guess. And we saw Amaya. She had like that weird bear thing.
Yeah. When she turned popo.
Yeah, the totem was tainted for a second. And then we find out at the end there that Rip and Sara, or Rip was hiding from Sara and Ava about Ava's like clone thing. So maybe it is more. So you could try to explain that in the theories. Easter eggs, I guess we'll go right into.
Sure.
iRobot's the biggest one. And
yes,
I'm looking through my handy dandy notebook. Brave and the Bold. I'm pretty sure he's talking about the, you know, the soap opera. I'm sorry, my parents watched that when I was a kid, and also grandma.
Yeah, I think that's what he was talking about. Yeah.
And or is that I don't know. And that's also like a Batman reference. So.
Oh yeah. True.
Is there anything else that we missed?
Vancouver.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
It's where they film all these shows.
So they didn't need it. They just walked outside of their set, just onto the city streets.
That is awesome.
Can we just film right here?
They do the CGI on the show pretty great.
Yeah,
like,
that's
just the multiple Avas like side by side, and it's seamless. It's like they're actually like a lot of it. Doesn't, you can't see where the cuts are and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
Pretty much flawless.
Yeah. I guess we're gonna go into previews and the theories.
Sure.
All right. So preview for next week is episodes titled Guest starring John Noble. John Noble, fun fact, is the voice of Malice. So, guest starring John Noble. With the timeline barely stable, the Legends must tackle two anachronisms at the same time and try to keep Malice at bay. Sara and Rip team up to stop Grodd from going after a particular target, which is Obama, leaving Nate and Wally to stop Amaya from changing her future. Meanwhile, the Legends think that they have found a way to destroy Malice, but they will have to create a new, uneasy alliance with one of their enemies. I think that's dark. That's dark because you could see him like kind of change his because
he even said he didn't want his daughter to be taken over like that.
Yeah, he's like, what did he say? He's like, what happened with all the bronze faces? And he's like, oh no, not yours, honey. You look fine. And her face is just like it's got cracks and black veins and stuff on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe he might be the one that they're gonna have to, you know,
enlist.
Yeah, because he literally doesn't want anything but to be with Nora, but she's kind of like power hungry because she's been without her father for like 20-something years.
It's like father, like daughter.
Exactly.
But to a different extent. Hers is way above.
Yeah.
He just wanted power to, I don't know.
Yeah, his own thing. Like, he could control it, but she can't control freaking Malice in his body. But I was hoping that Malice was like, I guess we're getting into theories. What are your theories, like, as far as Ava goes?
I don't know. I thought Ava was something more than what she was.
Maybe. She could be.
But seeing this episode, maybe that's just it, you know? But
why would Rip be hiding it? Other than the fact, or maybe it was just to, like, not hurt them. Or not hurt them. Yeah,
because that kind of did hurt Sara at the beginning when she figured out that she was a clone. But... yeah, what were you thinking about Ava?
Well, it was, or I didn't think anything else of her.
I thought you had something big.
Well, it would have been like what you just said.
Oh.
So, I think Rip, though, we're going to throw that out there again, that Rip might be Malice, like, from the future. Like he's tried. This guy's been tied to time ever since he's been introduced the first season.
Maybe it's like one of those things where everything he tries to do
it's like
doesn't
Avatar.
work. Yeah, exactly. Everything he tries to do doesn't work. So he's just like, I give up. Why not just do this evil thing?
But see, this is the only problem with that. Like, why do you wait? We have 2 episodes left. Like, why did they wait this long to show who Malice is? Like, unless they're gonna extend it into the next season. And next season we're gonna get Matt Ryan as a regular if it gets renewed, which I'm pretty sure it's gonna get renewed.
Yes,
all of these hopefully they get renewed soon.
They do that around this time, like
Yeah,
April-ish,
this May,
March,
I guess.
April. Yeah. So there's
hopefully.
nothing new.
But yeah, they better extend this into the next season.
I think that's what's
going
gonna happen. They're gonna reveal him last episode, or if not next week.
Mm-hmm. And he's
Right?
gonna
There's
kill
2 more
somebody.
episodes.
Yeah, there's 2 more. That's it.
Yeah. You said they're gonna kill somebody.
I think they're gonna kill somebody off on the Legends.
I'm
not sure who it's gonna be,
I don't want it to
but
be.
I don't want it to be.
I don't
either.
want that to happen.
Either that or
But-
somebody else is gonna leave.
Yeah, maybe someone else is gonna.
Maybe
leave.
Sara will
But
leave,
The
and then
thing
that's
is,
why.
I feel like they're gonna reveal him as Rip, and then he's gonna do like the
Yeah.
one of those like creepy faces, and then it's gonna be like whoosh, where Sarah's just like, oh no, like she's like, Rip, what are you doing? And then he
he's
just
just
looks
like,
at her. Yeah, he just looks at her.
Dun, dun, dun. It does like the whole Insidious thing.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be perfect way to end it. And then next season you could start off from that cliffhanger.
Yeah. That'd be dope. I like that. That'd be
Because
cool.
now people can then theorize, oh, why is Rip this? Why is she doing that?
Because I think shows need to start doing that, like what the Flash did with the Thinker. But the thing is, they're dragging that thing out instead of having them go on a battle, which I think they should be doing battle like right now.
Yeah,
And
they
then
should.
last season it was like
Because what
build up
episode?
to Savitar. They should have shown Savitar.
It's
and
going
just have
into
a
the
battle.
17th, right?
Yeah.
Week for Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then Zoom was like perfect. They revealed him like an episode like
15?
not or something. Yeah,
There's
something
like
like
13 or 12. I think.
But he was like in a constant struggle with Barry. That's the thing.
Mhm.
Like it wasn't like he would pop off every so he would like fight him every other episode. We need something like that on these shows, like what Supergirl's doing. Like it's just a constant battle. Like we need this for the Legends and stuff like that. So,
improvements for next season.
yes, reveal the bad guys sooner so that way there can actually be action.
Yes.
Anything else? We're gonna think like the whole Avatar, all the totem bearers battle against Malice, all sorts of things.
Yeah,
and then
that'd
they
be
cut.
so cool. I just want to see all the powers
Yeah,
all together, like just all against Malice.
that'd be so dope. I'm excited. Any other series going forward? Constantine's coming back next
Yeah.
episode. And
What if-
Jax is coming back in the finale.
Nice.
So.
That'd be dope. That's gonna be dope.
Yeah, but I'm sad because Sign's not gonna be there.
Yeah.
Sad.
What they should do, this is just like a quick theory or just
Yeah.
idea, I guess you could say, is if they do a big battle, they should do a big battle against Malice where they all use their powers, but
Yeah.
it's not strong enough. And what he does is like he destroys their totems,
Oh no.
so it kind of leaves them in a pickle for next season, and then that's how they could bring what's his name, Matt Ryan? Constantine to help bring the powers back.
What if he sends them all to hell and then Constantine
They have to
has
find their
get-
own totems.
Yeah, Constantine has to get them back from hell. All of them.
Oh, okay, that's okay.
Because he's
I
a
get it.
demon. Now going off of your idea.
Yeah.
Like he's just too powerful, bang. And then they all end up like in hell and then Constantine's like, Christ. Damn it, now I gotta look for all of them.
So it's like kind of two dilemmas where
Yeah.
their totems are destroyed. They need to find a way to somehow get their powers back, other than their own totems, and they're also stuck in hell. That's perfect, yo.
That'd be sick for the next
So
season.
perfect.
The only thing I was sad about too is like they didn't show Marie, and
Yeah.
I like
At least they showed the father.
Marie. Yeah, they showed the father. That's pretty cool. But
Yeah. Or is that her
Uh,
adopted father?
yeah, that's her. Yeah, her adopted father. Anything else?
I think that's it. Dude.
All right. So with that being said, you guys, we'll see you in Black Lightning. This week on Black Lightning, after finding a lab, Gambi stumbled across with the stasis pods containing the metas, and Nyssa tells Jefferson before doing something about it. Despite Nyssa's proposal to forgive Gambi and to work with him, Jefferson decides that they should free the metas themselves. Black Lightning and Thunder arrive at the lab but find it empty. They are ambushed by ASA agents and are forced to fight back before escaping. The next day, 2-Bit visits Jefferson and tells him a student was abducted after gaining powers from taking green light. He has Nyssa stay with Jennifer while he investigates. Nyssa and Jennifer argue about their powers again, causing Jennifer to turn into pure energy. After telling Jefferson to talk to Gambi, Lynn has the girls tested at the lab. Gambi is abducted by the ASA and is tortured for information on Black Lightning, but he gives up nothing. Black Lightning has 2-Bit be his informant on the trucks that may be moving the metas and stasis pods. Lala continues to talk to apparitions, one of them being his cousin Will. He reestablishes power over his henchmen and kills off those who oppose him. He continues his dealings of selling normal drugs despite Greenlight taking over. Jefferson begins his mentorship of Lala's nephew Khalif. The ASA agents arrive and tell him to come or Gambi will die. Seeing Gambi beaten a near death, Jefferson helps his friend take out the agents and escape. Back at the hideout, Gambi apologizes to Jefferson, who forgives him. He tells Jefferson to hide the family and to look for the spotter scouting the kids with powers. He leaves Gambi to rest and takes his family to hide out at his childhood home. Now back to the Justice Clubhouse podcast. Alright, so that episode of Black Lightning was titled Sin of the Father, Book of Redemption. One sentence.
Pure energy.
Yes, finally, lightning in
That
her
was amazing.
base form.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. It was pretty cool. It's a little bit different from the comics, but then again, that was pretty dope to see her just turn into orange lightning. Or I can't even tell the color of her lightning. It's like orangish, I guess.
Yeah.
It's very dope. It's very cool, and it seems like her character is very emotional, or her powers are emotionally derived. So it depends on how she's feeling. So it was Nyssa pushing her to the point where she was like, ah! She did like the Super Saiyan power up, and she couldn't control.
She did Kaioken.
It was dope. Yeah, it was sick. Then I don't know why. For some reason, it just kind of annoyed me a little bit how mad Jefferson was at Gambi like this whole time. Like,
yeah, at least it was resolved though.
Yeah, it was resolved, and I like how Nyssa like stepped up. She was like, "The guy made the mistake already. Could you just like kind of let it go? Because it's not like he was the only one keeping a secret. Because that's Jefferson is basically that's what he's been doing this whole time before he let his family on the loop, and they all had to find out later on that they're a family of metas. So what's the difference?
It's just kind of, it's good writing, but it's just kind of sad to see that it came down to Gambi getting tortured for him to say, it's okay, man, I understand now.
It was both of their sides was a lie of omission. They just didn't tell the entire truth. It wasn't like a lie like, oh, I was doing this and that, and he really wasn't. It was more of like, I just didn't reveal that side of me. So
yeah, I think it's just hard for. I said like 20 times in the last minute, but I think it's hard for Jefferson to, I guess, get a grasp of what Gambi did.
I guess so.
ASA.
They suck. They should just be called ASS.
I guess that's perfect. That's perfect. But
not to be, to ASA. I'm not, I'm just saying in the sake of the show.
Yeah, the show. When you associate yourself with, I guess, an organization like that, maybe he just automatically just like,
why would you do that? And then here,
evil.
Yeah.
ASS evil.
And Gambi kind of solidified his love for the family, his trying to keep them safe by getting his ass beat pretty badly. Like his eye, you couldn't see his eye.
He really is a tough old man.
He really was.
Mm-hmm.
He went quietly too, because he's like, "Well, you think I care about these random people?" They're like, "Yeah, I would think you do." He's like, "Damn it." They took him in and beat the crap out of him. That's a dude right there.
He knows too much.
Knows way too much. And the ASA agent, I didn't really catch his name. I don't think that's the same Martin Proctor, because that Proctor guy was.
I think it
bald.
was. He kind of looked like him.
He was bald though. The other guy.
Yeah, maybe he grew hair.
He grew the last hair episode. Right here on the side.
Within the last episode.
But yeah, that dude knew that Jefferson was Black Lightning.
He just needed to confirm it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, this episode was pretty much just the trust issues. It was pretty cool seeing Lala's nephew kind of try to, or the fact that Jefferson convinced him to step out of the drug game.
Yeah, what's that kid's name?
Khalif, I think. Khalif or Khalid? Khalid, I know that's Jennifer's boyfriend.
Khalil.
Then it might be Khalid. Then this little kid
or Khalif.
Either one of those two, because I couldn't. It's hard to pick up like the little letters in between the names, but yeah, it was cool. He was like, "No, I'm good, Mr. Pierce." Like the night before, he's like, "I need you to get out that drug game."
He's like, I got
grandma to keep
exactly.
in a house.
That's super
sad. That's sad.
not relatable. It's just
It's real.
Yeah.
Do anything for your family, and it's just sad that it starts that young. But Khalil actually went to class, and he's the only kid that is being mentored. It's pretty cool. And then, you know, like right on the day where he was about to change this kid's life, he gets abducted. It's just and he's like, "Oh, you know what? I'll just read this poem. I'm gonna go kick their asses, and I'll be back." And that was pretty much. Oh, it was cool, like to see Lynn. Like you could tell she just doesn't want to know more, because it's a scary thing to find
really
out what is going on with your kids, especially like them growing up as normal kids, and all of a sudden they have these powers. And
I hope she doesn't go like, "What about me?"
I don't think
She's
she wants
getting
anything to do with that.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
just like, "Don't touch me. I don't want it." It was cool, like how she was like comparing Jefferson to a battery, whereas in he needs to be recharged basically, and then Anissa, or not Anissa, but Jennifer is basically the generator, which is that is so cool. So if Jefferson ever needs a power up, he needs to just be like, "Jennifer, give me your power."
I feel like that is gonna happen though.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
That'd be so dope. And Anissa, she was like, there was a scene, and it was in the previews. I totally thought that she was like gonna use her density manipulation, which is her power, and like lighten herself so much that she could walk through walls. Because in the comics, she can do that. Or at least she can make herself as light as a balloon, so the way she could float.
Yeah.
She just went straight through the wall. That shot
I
was
feel like
very.
there's still more of their powers to be discovered. So I think that's gonna happen.
I was just waiting for it though.
Sure.
You know, I was excited for that. I was excited for her to actually go through the wall because she was light. But
that was
walk
sick
right through
though.
it.
That scene.
Yeah,
where he emitted the force field.
That looks so cool every time.
And then, do you see that he made like a little it kind of was a trampoline, but it's just like a little jump pad.
Yeah,
and then she flipped onto
that's so dope.
Doing a ground pound.
The thing is, like, his style of fighting is like, that's the way I would rather see these heroes on the CW fight, because it's very
strategic.
Raw. Yeah, but it's also raw. It's got like, you know, he doesn't just do it because it's like instinct. It's
I
like
see what you're saying.
He kind of feels it. He doesn't really think about it. He just does it. Like,
yeah,
it's cool. It's so it's street fighting basically with powers.
I understand that aspect, but I also see like he's pretty strategic.
Yeah, in his head. Yeah,
when you hear like he even heard the gunshot. Yeah, the gun cock, and then he's just like, "Oh, automatic defense," and then I'm gonna blast these people.
See, why can't he do that? Oh, I guess he's had more. I'm about to compare again, but he's had a lot more experience. And I would really like to see Barry use that sort of knowledge when he fights. The only other person that wrecks like that is Oliver. Like, I'm just out of pure fighting skill.
Imagine if he had power.
He would be the most OP person in the universe.
I think I screwed up people's minds.
That's true. If you give Oliver any of their powers, like if you gave him Supergirl's powers, if you gave him the Flash's powers, he would absolutely wreck any bad guy that comes his way. Anybody.
That's
like,
true.
The Earth X Oliver absolutely destroyed the entire Earth 1 and Earth 38 teams on his own, basically. But yeah, getting back to Black Lightning, fantastic episode. Every part of it was enjoyable.
2-bits.
2-bit was, yes, he was one of my favorite parts of that. He's hilarious. He's so.
You want to precipitate what?
He reminds me of that guy from iCarly, but it's
T-Bone.
just, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Except he smokes pot, or at least we know that he smokes pot, and he's kind of an impromptu informant for Black Lightning and Jefferson. It was cool, like how he has those two different types of respect for each side of Jefferson. Like as Jefferson, he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry to bother you. I just need to tell you about this," and it was very like he was intelligent sounding when he talked and stuff like that. But when it came to talking to Black Lightning, the ghetto came out.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't like you.
Oh, where you go? But I feel like he is one of those people in any storyline that should be part of the team, or if not,
for
he
sure.
should
For sure.
understand like these superheroes, like know who they are.
Maybe down the line they're gonna have to tell him that they're them, and then
I feel like that's gonna happen
because maybe
soon.
his life is put in jeopardy and their lives are put in jeopardy. So they're like, if you want to live, you're gonna have to trust us, and we're gonna have to trust you, type deal, and that would be really cool. Was there anything else in this episode? Oh, and then we found out that what's her face? I wrote her name here somewhere. The assistant principal, Cara Fowdy.
Fowdy.
She at first I thought that was Tobias Whale's sister. It wasn't. Jeremy was like, no, that's the assistant principal, and that was pretty cool. It's a twist. She's working with the ASA, and she might be meta.
That's crazy. It seems like she is a meta because he's like, do you think you could take him out? Being that close to him, and she's like, turn around. It's like I feel like she does have powers, but I don't think it's as,
like that.
As powerful as what's his name,
Jefferson. Then we find out too, like there's like 50 kids. It's not just like there's a lot of them,
and it seems like there's still
more.
They're
creating
still
more
trying to create them through the green light.
So it kind of makes sense. Like they're just trying to create a bunch of like an army to take out the enemy. It's like,
but that's crazy.
It's realistic.
That wasn't their initial plan. They said that their initial plan was to just. It's kind of racist, but to kind of calm that town down from all the drugs and all. I guess their own culture.
Yeah.
To kind of tone them down, and then it created
super beings.
It created a mess, and they decided to accept that mess and make it worse.
Just so that they, instead of sending out soldiers, they can send out these kids to the battlefield. It's like, I mean, I don't want to get political in our stuff, but it's kind of like now, like for real, like they send out people.
Make us super soldiers, bro.
Yeah,
we'll take care of everyone.
Jennifer, you don't want your powers. Give it to us.
Yeah,
Give it to us. But yeah, it was cool it was nice to see Jefferson and Gambi get kind of
reacquainted.
Yeah, they made amends. That was nice.
It just sucks that he's all beat up and on the edge of death.
Yeah. And then Jefferson had to leave him so that way he could take his family to his childhood home.
He should just brought him to the home.
I know.
I'd have been like, come on.
That sucks. What happens if like they did know and he was just saying that they didn't know so that way he could send Jefferson off and then next time he comes back he's dead?
That sucks.
That would be sad. All right, I guess we're getting into the what do you call it? That Easter egg. Did you find anything?
No.
The X-ray vision thing. That's the only thing. Yeah, it's kind of like just.
Did you even talk about Lala?
Oh like no, sorry.
He's psychotic.
Lala wants to push regular drugs when green light's out there taking over. It's kind of funny.
And then he domes one guy, or not even. He pulls out his ear.
Yeah, exactly. He freaking pulled it off, shot him twice, and then told like the rest of the 3 guys that he's got under his payroll to push the drugs. And
the other guy later is just like, they don't want no drugs. They just want the green light. And then that was scary.
Yeah.
Like he's super
pull the trigger.
He's super menacing.
Yeah. And his cousin, who's been saying as an apparition, Will, was just like, how do you know that gun wasn't loaded? He's like, I didn't. He's
a badass.
He is.
This guy's a badass.
He changed ever since he came back.
It's scary, yeah.
Yeah. He's very menacing. Yeah, that's pretty much the only Easter egg I caught, I guess.
The X-ray vision?
Yeah, and also I guess the pure energy form.
Or sorry, what did he call it?
Electric vision, yeah. Which she's like, how'd you do that? He's like, oh, because Gambi made it. And she's like, you gotta talk to him.
Yeah.
Is that pretty much it for Easter eggs?
Yeah, I didn't catch
All right.
anything.
So next week's episode for the preview is called Black Jesus, the Book of Crucifixion. As suspicions grow that Jefferson Pierce is Black Lightning, the ASA arranges to have him arrested. Lynn seeks help from Detective Henderson. Meanwhile, as Jefferson is in custody, Gambi and Anissa work together to show Black Lightning is still running around the streets of Friedland.
Friedland.
Huh.
Yes.
So, theories about that. Where is Tobias Whale?
Yeah, I think he really got injured from Black Lightning.
This is the 3rd episode straight, and we've got 3 episodes left. Hopefully they bring him back for another season. This is for sure going to get another season. Hopefully he's back again, because that's not enough
It's
screen
either
time
that or like Lala is going to take over.
for the big bad, for
Yeah.
now. Maybe for now.
It's either that or, one or the other. Either Lala takes over as the head of evil, or Tobias gets his strength back and like he literally just demolishes Lala.
Maybe.
You know?
That
I
would
kind of
suck.
want to see her around 2, honestly.
Yeah. That would suck if it was like one of those things where they built up Lala so much that because it would be sad either way. They made him interesting ever since he's been off and then came back to life. And then Tobias, he's been interesting up until these episodes he hasn't been shown. Right? So if either one of them go, it's kind of like this whole Cornell Stokes situation where it's like they're both great villains, but when one of them gets off...
from Luke Cage?
Yeah. One of them gets off, it's like not exciting. You know, it's just like, it sucks, he's dead sort of deal. But, hopefully we can see a final... Oh, maybe it's like Jefferson... Oh, that would be dope, right? It would be Jefferson versus Tobias, Anissa versus Lala, and Jennifer versus Khalil.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Like a triple
Beatdown?
Yeah. That would be dope.
This week on Bully Beatdown.
We have the Pierce family going up against members of the 100. This is being brought to you by Jason Mayhem. No, I'm just kidding. I caught myself before I said that.
He's gonna come.
He's gonna come for us.
We love your show, man.
Yeah, we did love that show.
We wish you'd come back.
What else is there to theorize about this? Hopefully Gambi doesn't die, but I always thought that if he did, it would be cool to have like that whole Dexter thing where he's in Jefferson's psyche. It's
just like how
that's not what I told you,
Lala's
Jefferson.
cousin
Yeah,
was to him. And
exactly.
the other Lawanda.
That would be so sick.
Yeah.
That would be cool. What else is there? That's pretty much all I got.
Yeah,
the Foudy, something Foudy. Karen Foudy. I don't know what role she's going to be playing. Maybe she's going to try to seduce Jefferson and then try to kill him while they try to do it or something like that. I don't know. It's really up in the air with that. And another thing is... maybe, just maybe, I'm not entirely sure about this theory, but what if Virgil Hawkins is one of those kids in there?
Static Shock?
Yeah, Static Shock.
What if it is that kid that keeps showing on the screen? Like the one that's in the test tube?
That would be so dope if it was.
Or in the capsule?
Because ever since this started, Jeremy and I have been talking, like, Jefferson and Gambi are basically static in gear.
Yeah.
It's just older. Yeah, exactly.
What if they just... kind of not renew it, but like they have a new generation of it.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Alongside Black Lightning.
It's so exciting to see a family of superheroes. It's like the Incredibles, but like, they're black. It's awesome.
Without the mom.
Yeah,
the mom's got. Oh, she's pretty
got
smart.
The intelligence.
Yeah,
it's very cool. Man, what else is there to theorize about on this show? Hopefully they find a way to cross everything over, because like I said, like last week that Supergirl and that Vixen reference was great.
About it,
that'd be so dope.
Guarantee.
Anything else you want to add to this?
No.
All right. So with that being said, you guys, we'll see you on Arrow. All right, psych. We're about to do Krypton right now, and I just said that we're going to see you in Arrow, but we're going to see you Arrow after this. Quick Krypton review. This episode was titled House of L. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. You always got to have a title for any Supergirl, Superman sort of mythos story. You got to have the House of L in it at some point. So, chose it for a second episode. One sentence.
Epic Graphics Part 2.
Yes. They did not diminish it, surprisingly. It still looked really, really good, and the storyline it actually picked up. It wasn't like Jeremy was saying. It was a filler episode, but it was really good at being a filler episode and still kind of carrying that story from the first segment. So, what is there to say about this one? It was great. The character development of not just Seg but also Adam Strange in this whole universe, and them bringing the space-time continuum, and his grandpa being like, there's more worlds out. It's pretty crazy. It's like they're us humans finding out about other universes back then.
If you think about it, that's kind of like trippy.
It is, right?
Yeah, first time actually solidifying not a I guess you could say a statement saying like there are other people.
We're
there are
the
other
aliens.
living organisms in this world or in
it's
this
so cool.
universe. It's that's kind of mind-boggling, but yeah,
it is.
It's
see, like as we do this review
I'm
right now,
thinking about it right now.
how do we not
literally.
know that somebody is not doing a review of us doing this right now, or you know? How do you know?
What if it's like the polar opposite, where they're reviewing our kind of world?
Yeah.
Like these superheroes or like these extra powered people, they're just like, whoa, these guys live such
that's effed.
normal
They're effed
lives.
over there.
Like, or like this is such like boring lives, you know? Compared to them. It's that's crazy to think about.
It is.
That
It's
really
very
is happening.
It's super trippy, especially and I mentioned this in the first review, but there's a lot of callbacks to Smallville. It's just like it's basically that he lost his parents. He has to save humankind from a very big threat in the form of Brainiac, who has touched both Clark Kent and right now his grandpa Seg-El. And it's crazy how Brainiac probably has been like, well, he's been devouring worlds, but like he went all the way back in time to make sure that Superman doesn't exist. That is just like
That's trippy.
such a huge part of a story that I didn't think could be told on the show, because I thought it would have been over that quick. You know, Krypton, I thought it was just going to be talking about, you know, the city
Why
itself.
it got destroyed and stuff.
Yeah,
like that,
and then
but
that's
they
it.
Yeah,
But it's crazy. I could actually see this going on for a couple seasons. And you guys commented maybe it should just be like a 1 to 4 season arc, because you know, sci-fi has a way of just doing the right amount of content without stretching it too far. So hopefully they do it with it here. Again, Seg was so cool. Adam Strange that was a very different take on Adam Strange. You remember him on Young Justice?
kind of.
He was the guy on the
Gonna have to refresh my memory.
I forgot what planet he was on, but it was Mon-El and what's her name? McGann and Garth. They went to like that other planet. And
Okay.
Adam Strange fell in love with the girl from that planet.
I think so.
Yeah, so
Sure.
that's
I'm
he's
gonna
just
have to go back.
he's a scientist.
Yeah.
This is a more
Oh, okay,
modern
okay.
take on him. Like he was like wearing what I'm wearing right now,
Mhm.
basically. And he's talking about how he went to college and stuff like that. So it was very interesting.
What is
take.
this? College. Sorry.
He's like, I don't care whether you and your planet Detroit. He's like, it's Earth, man. What? But yeah, I would definitely love to see more Brainiac. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Lyta was such a badass. She killed like the captain of the entire like
Squadron.
yeah, their Warriors Guild. That was pretty badass. She was like, we never ask for mercy. That was awesome. That was badass. Yeah, it's just everything that went down in the episode. It was this was paced a lot better than the first one. The first one they put in a lot of stuff. Like it went down fast. Here it was a little bit more paced and the build up to see whether he was going to get revenge. And he listened to Adam Strange. He didn't get revenge. He decided to wait because his grandpa's like, yeah, Brainiac is going to destroy our world. That's pretty crazy. His grandpa mentioned the Phantom Zone, which I got really excited about because that means we can see all these Phantom Zoners get trapped. They're like their regular forms before they become Phantoms of the Zone. So
Phantoms of the Zone.
yeah, it's pretty badass. This series is really cool. And Nyssa she's a cool chick. The fact that she was able to get Seg's parents' ashes I really like that. She's not as respect. More people are for helping Seg than meets the eye. That's for sure. I didn't think that I thought he was going to be pressed in the corner, but a lot of them are actually, and these are like top people, like the daughter of the guy that's trying to get him into their house, helped him, and then gave him like that strength to say, you know what, I'm going to be part of the Science Guild, but screw your house. He took off the sigil. That was dope.
Pretty badass.
And yeah, it'll be interesting. And they had like the whole thing where Brainiac's already there, so it's like kind of sent chills down my spine. I'm like, oh, he's hiding. He's waiting to terraform that place. It's exciting. Was there anything else about it that you enjoyed?
I'm just gonna repeat this again. I like the graphics.
Yeah, the graphics are awesome. Is there anything you dislike
that's the only thing that gets me super mesmerized. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
No dislikes?
No.
All right. Yeah, some Easter eggs there, or is like the hallway that he walked through was like that hallway that Clark or Superman and Darkseid were fighting. But I think that was on Apocalypse, but it looked almost exactly like that, like the design. And then the meteors, freaking Smallville started with the meteors.
Save
yes.
Me.
And I guess that's the only other thing that still bothers me is like all of them have like this British accent. Like, does it start like that from like the beginning of civilization on other planets? It's just,
we speak English, right? So I don't know. The fact that I'm not trying to sound racist to our own nationality, but British people, they just sound more educated. Yeah, honestly,
they honestly do. Even when they're
like,
saying
even
something
right now,
stupid.
like I just sounded stupid saying that one sentence. They're very. They know how to form their sentences.
Yeah, it's like very intricate the way they talk.
Super intricate.
And I used intricate to try to sound.
And I repeated you by saying intricate twice to sound extra smart.
It just bothered me a little bit, you know?
I don't know. It's.
I would have rather like
it'll what do you call it? Grow on you.
I feel like if anything, they should have done like they were talking Kryptonian, and then Adam Strange was like, "Wait a second, let me turn this on," and then you hear it from like just something like that. That would have been cool because there is Kryptonese.
I get what you're saying.
So I don't know why they're speaking the English. So
this is
a little bit of a questionnaire there. But yeah, I like it. It's like Smallville all over again. I'm gonna keep saying it. It's just his grandpa this time.
It's
very cool.
It's.
And I guess with that being said, we'll see you guys on Arrow for real. This week on Arrow, Nyssa fights and escapes the clutches of the Thanatos Guild, which is comprised of former League members. Oliver throws a going-away party for Thea and Roy before the two head out to start their new life together. They are attacked by the Guild, but are saved by Nyssa. Nyssa tells the team that Thea is the key to a map that Merlin hid and the Guild wants. Thea agrees to help her one last time before she and Roy leave for good. Oliver, Thea, Diggle, Roy, and Nyssa work together to find a box containing the map and then fight off the Guild. Felicity helps them find out the code to decipher on the box, but the maps inside shows nothing. Team Arrow head out once again to take on the Guild, and their leader Athena reveals that Thea's blood will unlock the secrets. Thea fights Athena while Oliver, Diggle, Nyssa, and Roy take out the rest of the Guild. Roy disables a bomb with Oliver's help, and Thea fatally stabs Athena, who vanishes. Curtis continues to care for Zoe while Renee is at the hospital. He and Dinah try to find out who on the SCPD is dirty. Then his suspicions of Captain Hill rises when she is taken off a case. She and Curtis take back evidence Hill took from her. Back at the Arrow Cave, with Thea's blood having been spilled on the map, Nyssa reveals that the ley lines lead to 3 different pits of Lazarus. Thea and Roy decide to go with Nyssa to find the pits, and Oliver gives him his blessing. He shares a tearful goodbye with Thea and watches them drive away. Now back to Justice Clubhouse podcast. Alright, so getting into this episode of Arrow, which was titled The Thanatos Guild.
3 Lazarus pits.
Yeah, that is pretty dope. That is like they just started the storyline for next season. It's very cool. Jeremy's been fighting this since the 2nd season.
Season 3.
Season 3.
I said that as like just like a random thought, I'll bring out there.
That there's other pits.
Yeah, it's even in the comics,
Yeah,
so I was just like,
pits.
If it's in the comics, why not bring it to the TV show? But I guess the storylines back then didn't it didn't match up to bringing stuff like that around. But now it it surfaced.
It's because that back then they wanted more. What is that?
Power.
Yeah, and they also wanted to hide it because they wanted things to be more dire. Because Malcolm was like, "Yeah, we just put her in the one and then destroy it, and then boom, and there's no other one." But Psych, there is.
I guarantee he knew all along.
He did,
He's just like,
for sure.
Because he is a magician. He's pretty sneaky.
I was expecting him to pop out in the shadows at some point during this episode, but
And
maybe next
quick,
time.
Sorry, you called it. I'm gonna take off my glasses. This time, not because of the sweat that's coming out of my face, but there's just too much
foggy.
Yeah, there's too much.
He does not know the.
I don't know how to clean,
yet.
dude. I'm a noob when it comes to.
He hasn't learned how
glasses.
to control the heat between your face and the glasses.
Dude,
yet.
I always get heat right here in between my eyes. I don't know why.
I control it before it happens. It's okay.
I can't, dude.
I've been
I
wearing
just sweat
glasses
too
since
much.
I was a young lad.
You can even see right here. I got like oil. I'm trying, dude. I'm trying.
But yeah, getting back to this episode was fantastic. Just seeing Team Arrow, like full Team Arrow, basically OG Team Arrow with Nyssa. I guess you could say she's part of Team Arrow. She's been on a couple adventures with them. And I just feel bad for Dinah and Curtis because they're combating something that's more. They're kind of sticking to the mission right now.
Stick it to the man.
Yeah, stick it to the man. Yeah. And they're trying to look for Diaz. They're trying to prove, or at least Dinah's trying to prove that Hill's not clean. She's dirty. She is, and we see that. But Curtis is he's pretty hilarious here, and I think it's very noble that he picked up Zoe, to live with him and to take care of her while Renee's out. So
it's more of like a respect
Jefferson,
thing for Renee, but also it seems like he likes having
somebody there
to take to someone to take care of.
But see that no offense to no, is this just for the character? I think that Rick Gonzalez is a terrific actor and all things like that, and I think that Wild Dogs was a great character up until this season. He's like poopy, like all over the place, like his attitude.
I guess
everything.
that's why that happened.
Yeah, because
I guess he deserved that. It's like a karma thing.
Do you see their attitudes now? Like they're not jumping down Team Arrow's throats. They're just like. Even Curtis
trying
is
to just figure out their own way.
Yeah, and Curtis was even like, "Should we go to the party? Because I don't want to crash in the party. But I want to go to the party." Like he's still part of the family.
Yeah.
And you can tell they want to be part of it now because Team Arrow has kind of cleaned stuff up. So, hopefully everything is a merry bandwagon once again at some point. But it was really nice to see Roy back in the fold with Oliver and Thea and Diggle. It was really cool. Yeah, despite his very non-incognito outfit, he wore a cap and a leather jacket and was carrying around a bow and arrow.
At least cover
your face,
part of your face,
maybe. Yeah,
if not the whole face, part of your face.
I guess he's a fugitive, anyways. They would have seen him, and
that would have been so sick if he had one of those. It's kind of funny though, but it would have been sick if he had one of those. Surgeon mask.
Yeah, like should have done something like that. That would have been dope.
Yeah, or even put like the thing that the Sportsmaster mask that Oliver had from last season.
Why didn't he do that? why did he just wear a cap like I'm wearing right now, or like that we're wearing?
Yeah,
it looked weird.
it would be cool if you had that plus the mask.
Yeah,
it'd be different, but
just why didn't he do that? And then them fighting the Thanatos Guild, who are basically just League members renamed, led by Athena, who's pretty badass and apparently can't be killed that easy, even though she got shanked near the heart. And just like the fight scenes between them, Team Arrow and the Guild, and Thea absolutely laying down the freaking arrow.
I really like seeing Thea and Roy back in action.
They got their asses kicked quite a bit, but they fought back.
It's still cool to see them.
Yeah, Oliver and Diggle, though, they're just like mad heavy hitters. They don't care. They're tossing dudes up and freaking exactly. Diggle was capping everybody, and Nyssa was just like freaking dicing everyone.
That was a close call, though. When,
it was.
Diggle got stabbed in the back.
He's like,
he got sliced in the back.
It's like, Kevlar protected just a little bit. And then Felicity, to be honest, she's been pretty good this season. And the little small, bits that we have of William are great because at least they're letting him be like a normal kid, and just him trying to balance or just take in the fact that his father is going out every night to risk his life and then having to be married. It's just crazy. Like if I don't understand why that kid gets worried a lot because of all those dangers.
Lost his mother.
Yeah.
And he feels like he might lose his father one day.
Yeah, and then his aunt's about to leave.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But yeah, and the episode did a good job of kind of like scaring us, thinking that maybe Roy and Thea might not get their happy ending. But Jeremy and I were like,
scares, like the bomb.
Yeah,
and then at the end there, him possibly saying that he could. Yeah,
if I want to go with you.
And then him getting like upset throughout the episode when Thea was saying like, "Oh, I want to help."
Yeah, he was like one of those little kids, like not getting the ice cream, like
yeah, yeah, exactly.
One of those kids. Because they're so close, they're about to leave. Like literally, like 2 minutes into the show, they're driving away, and then the league members. But yeah, it was a very cool way to put Nyssa back in there. So it's nice to know that she survived the island. It's a little sadder to know that Samantha might have been the only death on that island.
What if she comes back to life though?
Maybe Malcolm dipped everybody.
Else. Someone else. Because of the Lazarus pit, you know?
That's
you feel?
Yeah. That would be dope. I was thinking like she could become Huntress, but Helena was already on the show. I forgot Huntress was already there.
She could be like Huntressa.
Huntressa.
Just like how the Tigressa.
Tigressa. Such a cool name for such a cool woman who was killed like 2 seconds after she was introduced.
Oh, like, that's so sick. That's awesome.
She's all badass.
Character.
She's like, I got out of that life and they'll never catch me. And then 2 seconds later, she's just like hanging upside down in a warehouse.
Yeah, that sucks.
And it was so cool. Like basically the ley lines are back from season 3 with Damien Dark with the map and leading to 3 different Lazarus pits. So
yes,
it's about to get
3
crazy.
Separate ones from what was there? Or
no, 3 total,
including the one that got destroyed. So
exactly.
There's 2 more. Very nice.
It set up a cool adventure.
I think one of them, if they do go off the comics, I think one of them is in the Himalayas.
That's the one that Nandapar bought. I think.
And then there's like, fudge.
Wherever they are. It's about to get crazy.
I messed up, dude. I thought that one was a separate one. Yeah, there's 2 more. I think they said that one of them is where what's her name was. In the comics, it said that she guarded one of them too.
Who?
The one with the white and red mask.
White and red mask.
Katana.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know how true that is.
So maybe in Tokyo, in Japan.
Maybe.
But yeah, she's still alive. So maybe she does know where it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's got interesting. But this episode is fantastic, bringing in the old crew. And there's a little bit of like a dilemma between Oliver and Diggle. Like there's some tension building because Diggle really wants to be the Green Arrow again.
Just give him a suit that looks exactly like him.
Yeah.
Just pair up, like duo.
Like I can't believe like this is gonna be the biggest problem. The fact that it's a suit.
Just like, hey, dude, like if he is the Green Arrow and I want to be Green Arrow, he'd probably or most likely be like, yeah, I'll have a matching suit. Let's do this.
I'll just be like, F it, I'm the Blue Arrow then. You be the Green Arrow. Just take a different color. What's the difference?
I don't know.
I mean, I know like symbolically you want to be the Green Arrow because you like Diggle's known this his whole life, which is fighting crime and everything.
Yeah, but
I get
Diggle
that,
could be his own.
Yeah.
Arrow.
What's wrong with being Spartan and being like you still be the team leader?
Dude, like imagine he'd have the tech and the arrows.
Exactly. You're better at busting caps than arrows anyways.
That'd be so sick, but I guess he really wants that.
Like no offense, it kind of doesn't make sense when you can't shoot arrows like Oliver and you want to be the Green Arrow.
I know this isn't good like writing and it's not cool for the show.
Yeah.
But what he should do, like speaking from a sense of like if we were in that world, why not have him in a new suit as a certain arrow, whatever, like blue arrow, black arrow, red arrow, whatever, yellow arrow, green arrow, and him take on people on the streets, you know, and give him not notoriety. What's that called? Just so like get him on the news somehow, just so that he has some.
Let him take the credit.
Yeah, exactly. So he has some credit, and then I guess duo just work together.
Is it really more
double arrows? They could have. I don't know.
They don't need to break up their friendship just because of this.
I don't know, dude.
They've been through too much, life and death. And
he
then
could be like on the news, just like, oh, there's a new arrow in town.
Yeah.
Why not just take that instead of owning something that's already there?
It's like if Jeremy and I were to argue like who's a better basketball player, stuff like that. Like it's just like the problem is like that. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
If we play basketball together, it don't really matter who's better if we can win together.
Yeah.
I guess
I'm better.
Yeah, he is better.
Not just kidding.
Because he can run and I can't. But yeah, this.
No, you're good at your shots though. He's a lot better at
I'll go
precision. Watch how? No,
hey,
you don't
Trevor,
shoot
I got that
like
grandpa
that, dude.
shot.
No, you don't.
But yeah, is there anything else that we missed in this episode?
Talked about most of it. Fudge. I'm trying to Helix, the Hellraiser thing. That's pretty cool.
That was awesome.
I like that. I like it a lot.
And I think that's pretty much it for the episode as far as the things that we liked and disliked. That was pretty cool though that Malcolm hid that thing inside a ciphered box.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we could get in.
That scene. Sorry, that scene just reminded me of Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just like. Nothing. He's like opening it. Yeah, he's like, I don't see it. Like, what is this?
I guess we could go into Easter eggs like that, so you could say that the Kung Fu Panda thing. They mentioned Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
Temple of Doom.
Yes.
And you said something about Roy's hat.
Yeah, I thought it just reminded me of Young Justice when he had that
weird
like
sailboat.
Yeah. Wait, didn't his clone, didn't he wear a cap too?
He probably wore a
at
cap,
one point, yeah. I think that's just a nice call out to Young Justice.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much all that I got, I guess.
Vertigo?
Yes, it came back.
It's back.
Damn it. Why is he back?
Is 10/13 anything? Because they said that it's Malcolm's birthday and the same year that the league was created. Nothing more to it. Probably not.
I don't know anything about it. Let's just put it out there now.
Fibonacci sequence. That's pretty cool that they mentioned that. I didn't know what that meant until this episode. Pretty cool. Very nice.
I guess we're going to go in previews of next episode, which is called Brothers in Arms. Oliver and Diggle face their biggest challenge yet. Curtis is disappointed to find out his new boyfriend has a firm vigilante stance. Okay.
Damn.
So
it's just like all of his...
It's like Paul.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. And it seems like it's just going to be a Diggle versus Oliver Duke up because Diggle wants to be the Green Arrow. So
that shouldn't be anything to argue about.
Filler. And it's obviously going to end with somebody like they're going to squash it because somebody's going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
Diaz is going to strike again. Dinah and Curtis, hopefully they'll work with the team once again.
It's just like the whole thing like with Savitar is just like and even Kate and James, it's like internal. He wants internal struggle to happen, and he knows it's gonna happen.
You're gonna tear them apart.
Yeah. So I don't know,
You're tearing me apart, Oliver.
They shouldn't argue.
Yeah, come on.
Over something like that.
I guess there's always gotta be conflict like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the yellow brick road to finding the freaking two other pits of Lazarus, like that's gonna be a nice little setup for next season. Yeah,
next season
that's gonna be dope because we're gonna see some people who should be dead coming out of the woodwork for sure.
Yes.
Especially when they find out about the pit of Lazarus.
For sure.
Get in that for
sure.
For sure. What else is there to theorize about? I don't know how this will end.
People are just coming back. They're just gonna come back left and right.
There's only 7 episodes left.
Yeah, they can do a lot with the 7 episodes.
They can.
They don't
no more
do
fillers.
Stuff no, exactly. If they don't do stuff like what's gonna happen next week with Oliver and Diggle, hopefully it's not fully
about that.
Like that issue is not as big as it should be, and like they're kind of masking it with those trailers, but it might be filler.
And do not do not touch the lances. I want to see Quentin, Sara, and even this deranged Laurel from Earth 2 still intact by the end of the season. Katie Lotz is coming back at the end of the season, so that's kind of scaring me.
I don't know why. I just picture the Nacho Libre scene.
Yeah.
But Jack Black is Quentin.
Yeah.
And then Laurel is his friend.
Yeah.
And he's like, I do not believe in God. I believe in science. But then I just see him like go up to the Lazarus pit with Laurel. She's like, what's this? Yeah.
He's baptized you.
He's just like, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Bring back my Laurel.
Oh man, that'll be so dope, man. I'm just excited to see what happens. Hopefully they don't push like the final battle towards like the last couple episodes. I want to see it like happen throughout these last 7. What else is there a theory? It's just nice to see Thea and Roy and Nyssa get a send off without really getting a send off. Like,
yeah, it's
just
open ended, so that they can
nice.
bring them back. Very nice.
And that was tearful. He was just like, "Goodbye, Speedy."
Yeah.
I'm like, why do you whisper that? Why didn't you just tell her before she left? What else is there to theorize about? I don't know. Everything's out in the open now.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
Hopefully nobody will die, but maybe. You know what? You guys leave in the comments who you think will die.
I don't think anyone's gonna die. Maybe
Renee will step out.
I feel bad.
I feel bad
for
too.
saying this.
Yeah.
I feel like Laurel might die. But then they're gonna do the thing where they bring her back. They bring her this Earth back to life through the Lazarus pit.
No. You know how crazy she would be, especially with the skills she already got.
Yeah.
She's already deranged.
Yeah, it's a little too much.
But that would still be sick.
I don't know. I'm just bringing up these random ass things just because it's just cool.
Yeah.
Funny storylines that they could experiment with.
And I feel like they might have foreshadowed Renee not making it because Curtis is already taking care of the kid.
Yeah. He kind of stated as like, oh, he might get better, or he's going to get better, but that's like always
maybe not.
Yeah.
But then again, if Renee doesn't die, maybe he'll decide to quit and just raise his daughter, which was what he should be doing because he obviously can't handle the pressures of both.
Yeah.
But that's all I got, I guess, for theories.
Yeah, me too.
All right, we're gonna have to ask the ghost. Are you around, dude? What did you think about the episode?
Hello, dude. Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Oh my god, it's so good. You see it? Fire! Okay, the next episode, man, like it can't get here soon enough. Whoa.
Yes. Episodes. We're just gonna keep correcting you, bro.
Damn it. You need a bigger bank. A vocabulary bank, I guess.
And that's on our part.
Yeah.
Oops.
Where are we at? What do you call that?
Final thoughts.
Final thought. Oh, actually,
episode
hashtag
of the week. Yeah, hashtag. Look at my eye, dude. It's like separating right now. Oh.
Hashtag.
Yeah.
Rest in pepperoni. Lightning.
Huh?
Road to Pits of Lazarus. Did you get that? Hashtag rest in pepperoni lightning.
You missed the Krypton, bro.
Oh. And then add Brainiac in there. So hashtag rest in pepperoni lightning Brainiac Road to Pits of Lazarus.
Jesus.
Final thoughts is a fantastic.
Yeah.
Week.
Great week.
I can't even pick a favorite.
Not all the shows are back.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's getting
only
too
just
full, damn it.
Flash, honestly.
We're still covering 4 shows.
It's going to be 5.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's actually just going to be 4. No, it's going to be 5. Yeah, because Supergirl's going to come back right after. So it is 5.
Oh, no.
Imagine if we did 6.
Oh,
that would have been crazy. Yeah, good thing they kind of helped us.
Yeah. Spacing
DCTV.
it out. But these last couple episodes for all the respective seasons better be damn good for us to be waiting this long.
Peace.
And yeah, because some of these things that we've been seeing so far have really set the bar as far as movies go from the other side, and also the TV shows from the other side. So they really set the bar. You guys need to do something crazy. And also, even Krypton is setting the damn bar for you CW shows. So
Very much quality.
Yeah. Thank you guys for supporting us on here, and thank you for supporting us on Stardust. Go ahead and follow us there. Create an account. Be sure to follow us first, and also leave your what do you call that?
Reactions.
Yeah, reactions, so we can put them on here.
And at us.
Yes.
So at Justice Clubhouse, HAUS. And we might feature you guys on these episodes like how we have been these past couple weeks.
Yes.
But just one thing. Those are my lines.
Oh, shoot. I don't know why I went into that. That was weird.
It's okay. It's all good. That was a good segue. I just
okay.
I was just memeing you, bro.
Lines.
I was just memeing you, bro. It's all good.
Is there anything else you want to add?
I think that's it, dude.
Okay. With that being said, you guys, we'll see you in the next one.